versus patience. In the depths of an equatorial jungle, a million-strong colony of leafcutter ants is busy farming the rainforest. Each worker focused on the production of fungus.
Leafcutter ants are really the farmers of the animal world. They cut vegetation that they then grow fungus on. So the ants actually live off of the fungus, not the plants.
They might be peaceful, but you aggravate these agrarian ants at your peril. At the first sign of trouble, you find yourself face to face with a leafcutter soldier.
There's got to be constant guarding of the colony so that they don't get attacked, both foraging lines and the colony itself. You don't mess with a leafcutter ant soldier.
These hulking warrior ants dwarf the workers. Their bodies are protected by tough armor. The massive bulbous head supports some of the ant world's most fearsome weapons. Strong, hardened mandibles, powerful enough to pierce human skin, crush and slice.
Look at those mandibles. They really act like chainsaws. If you want a leaf cut up, you call a worker. If you want another animal cut up, you call the soldier.
A party of invading trapjaw ants has ventured too far into leafcutter territory. Workers alert the troops.
Leafcutter ants make a surprising diversity of sounds and vibrations that they use to communicate among themselves by rubbing various body parts together.
Dispatched to deal with the interlopers, the leafcutter soldier launches a withering attack. Its enormous mandibles clamp down.
Although the soldier is wiggling its abdomen around, it doesn't have formic acid, it doesn't have a sting. However, its mandibles are so strong that it's literally able to take control of the situation.
Ordinarily, trapjaws are ferocious fighters, but against the soldiers, they don't stand a chance. Intruders are systematically torn apart.
As you can see, cutting this trapjaw ant in half was no more trouble than the workers cutting leaves in half.
Trapjaw body parts litter the leaves. It's an awesome display of brute strength and single-minded savagery. But not every fighter in this neck of the woods relies on size and raw power. Small and delicate, the speckled house spider seems like an unlikely serial killer.
You might think that something called a house spider isn't up to the task of surviving in a forest full of dangerous creatures. But let me tell you, this spider is more than capable of surviving encounters that would send others home in tears.
This relative of the black widow and redback is built for life on the web. Her long, spindly legs are agile enough to navigate her silken web like a tightrope walker. The speckled house spider is a sit-and-wait predator, happy just to hang at home and let her untidy web do all the work.
In might look like the result of lousy housekeeping, but that chaotic tangle of lines is actually a very effective way of catching prey. It's extremely strong and also laced with lots of globules of liquid silk, so that anything that ventures onto the web or even brushes a single trip line can quickly find itself entangled and in a fight for its life.
Before her next hunt begins, she decides to change for dinner. Slipping out of her skin into something more comfortable.
The spider's hardened outer skin is literally an external skeleton, and because it doesn't stretch while she grows, she may shed it 5 to 7 times throughout her life. This process is called ecdysiasm. In a lot of ways, it's almost like a rebirth. However, it leaves the spider in a temporarily vulnerable and defenseless position.
It will take a while for her new skin to harden. But the speckled house spider had better be ready. The leafcutter ant soldier, fresh from its victory over the trapjaw ant, is on its way. What happens when the mighty warrior and the silky assassin get caught in a web of intrigue?
Granted, she's probably not going to be in a hurry to get too close, but if he stumbles onto her web, he's going to be in for a rude shock.
A leafcutter ant soldier, alone on patrol, is just inches away from a speckled house spider's silken trap. One false step, and there will be war. The leafcutter ant soldier has size and strength, with powerful mandibles to cut and crush. The speckled house spider uses silk and venom to overcome the enemy. Which strategy will prevail? The leafcutter soldier suddenly finds itself in a sticky situation.
We already know that this soldier can cut an opponent in two. But when she's gotten caught in this web, she's really on shaky ground.
The speckled house spider doesn't move. With an intruder this large and dangerous, she's happy to play the waiting game. The ant tries to chew through its bonds, but succeeds only in becoming more entangled. Finally, choosing her moment, the spider descends and starts throwing thread.
Whatever she does, the house spider must avoid those jaws. Just one snip could open her up like a bursting water balloon.
Then, moving incautiously, she delivers a toxic kiss, narrowly avoiding the ant's slashing jaws. But this battle isn't over. Prey this large will need more than one dose. Again and again, the spider dances with death, ducking the gnashing mandibles to inject more venom. She retreats and waits again. Killing time, while her potent chemical cocktail finishes off this soldier of misfortune. In a monster bug war, no matter how formidable your weapons, it pays to fight battles on your home turf.
You know, I think this is just a classic case of the bigger they are, the harder they fall. End of story.
It's brains versus brawn. In the bug world, take nothing for granted. Shape-shifting assassins can appear anywhere. With long, spindly legs and an elongated body, body. The ogre-faced spider does a perfect twig impression.
During the day, when the ogre-faced spider isn't actually hunting, they hang in the grass. They have their legs extended, so they look like a twig or grass, and they're trying to avoid looking like something that's edible.
Camouflage isn't the spider's only weapon. When night falls, the ambush predator starts knitting.
The ogre-faced spider has something that's absolutely unique in the animal kingdom. They build a web that they literally throw over their prey. This web is almost like a gladiator throwing out a net and capturing its prey.
Hanging upside down in midair, tiny claws clinging to silken guy ropes. The ogre-faced spider waits, ready to spread her deadly picnic blanket. The ogre's eyesight can pinpoint almost any target, even in darkness. 2 of its 8 eyes are like night vision goggles, giving this nocturnal hunter better night vision than even owls or cats. Nearby, an army is on the march. Nomadic, carnivorous, voracious. An army ant colony is a terrifying force. Within this deadly swarm, the most powerful of all are the soldiers. These special ops bugs are bred for war.
Army ant swarms are giant, precisely coordinated military machines. And the soldier ants are its attack dogs, except in ant terms, they're about the size of horses.
Soldier ants are built for attack. Large heads support the biggest mandibles in the ant world. Curved like fish hooks with razor-sharp points, they spear and crush. At the other end, a needle-like sting delivers paralyzing venom and repeated stabs.
The army ant sting is very potent, but it isn't used all the time. Often just the mandibles are enough for the bullying business. But if an opponent fights back, then the stinger is used like a taser set to kill.
Even alone, army ant soldiers are fierce opponents. This giant ground spider seems like an invincible foe. But the army ant soldier has superior one-on-one tactics. It latches onto the back of the spider's abdomen.
The muscles in the soldier's head are so strong, it's almost impossible to get those jaws open once they've clamped down on something. The soldier ant can even be torn in half, and he won't let go.
The spider tries to dislodge its opponent, but its fangs can't reach back far enough. The ant stinger's toxic venom paralyzes the spider's muscles and nerves. It's a great meal for the colony. But what happens when the lone warrior confronts the master netcaster?
Other predators are understandably hesitant to mess with an army ant soldier. This ogre-faced spider is more than willing to entangle.
On the rainforest floor, a lost army ant soldier trying to find its battalion strays into the drop zone of an ogre-faced spider. The spider attacks with its gladiatorial net and toxic venom. The army ant fights with its terrifying mandibles and paralyzing sting. Who will emerge the victor? The soldier ant wanders into dangerous territory. The spider's huge eyes are trained on the approaching target. The net first scoops up the huge mandibles, disabling the ant's primary weapon. But a soldier ant isn't any bug. It's special ops. There'll be no surrender.
This army ant has strong sickle-like jaws. It's got a powerful sting. It could do real damage to the ogre-faced spider.
Despite being wrapped up, the army ant can still land a lethal sting. It waits for its opportunity. The spider, too, is choosing its moment. It takes a chance. One bite through the silk sends venom coursing through the ant's body. This soldier's fighting days are over. Its innards are turned to mush and sucked out. All that's left is a shrink-wrapped shell. One more casualty in a never-ending bug war. But will bigger be better? This ancient rainforest is home to one of the bug world's most durable survivors, the marbled scorpion. Its weapons might be primitive, but they've been tested by time. Scorpions have chased down their prey for more than 300 million years.
They're really evolutionary survivors in that they are effective predators that know how to get the job done.
The scorpion's tools of the trade are an ostentatious display of murderous intent. Anything but concealed weapons.
Scorpions have two main weapons. They have their pinchers, where they're able to grab prey, hold it, and tear it apart. In addition, they have the tail with a venomous stinger at the end. So they're able to grab prey, crush it, and sting.
Scorpion venom can kill in an instant. But its eyesight is weak. Instead, the scorpion locates its prey with sensory organs that work like high-tech antennae.
They've got something that are known as pectines behind their fourth pair of legs on their belly. They act like radar, so they're very sensitive to chemical information, to vibratory information on the ground below them.
The marbled scorpion is also very wily. This cockroach had no idea it was about to become lunch. Grabbed and stung, it's carried away to be ripped apart and devoured. Like spiders, scorpions prefer their food runny. Draining the liquefied flesh of this cockroach is like sipping a meat martini. When a marbled scorpion goes hunting in the rainforest, most small creatures give it a wide berth. But not all are so easily intimidated. Much smaller in stature and just as determined is the trap-jaw ant. And like the scorpion, it comes armed with two fearsome weapons: One at the front, one at the back.
The trapjaw's sting is very potent, and because they can use it over and over again, they can come in for a first strike, back off, and then just wait for the venom to start to take effect, and then come in for another series of stings to finish the prey off.
But the front end is also loaded with a hard-hitting weapon.
The trapjaw mandibles open a full 180 degrees, much like a crossbow, and then it's set, all that force waiting. The minute something touches one of the delicate sensory hairs on the inside, snap shut with incredible force.
The peak force is equal to 300 times the ant's body weight, and the speed is astonishing. 2,300 times faster than the blink of a human eye.
The force is so strong, it can actually pop the prey open, sort of like a melon being crushed to expose the soft inside. What a way to go.
But those jaws don't come alone. They arrive en masse.
Trapjaws are very effective at defending themselves on one-on-one fights. However, because they're a social creature that lives together in large colonies, they can work together to defend the individual or the entire nest.
Trapjaw ants aren't afraid of a battle. Neither is the marbled scorpion. And it won't be long before their combat skills are put to the test. As darkness creeps over the rainforest, the marbled scorpion goes looking for food. Also out scouting for a meal, a trapjaw ant. Both the trapjaw ant and the marbled scorpion have a sting at the rear and some serious scissors up front.
When the trapjaw mandibles snap shut, that popping noise we hear is actually a shock wave that's so strong, it's like an air gun going off, and it can actually stun the prey.
But getting close enough to a scorpion for that is dangerous. Its long arms knock aggressors down like bowling pins. And there are those pincers to confront. Long and strong, they're a deadly weapon, especially when the scorpion's foes are small.
Although the marbled scorpions don't have particularly large palps, they are really suited for grabbing ants. They're able to grab little things quite effectively and crush it.
The ant forages, unaware of the scorpion camouflaged on a rock. Eventually, it sees it. And the ant has only one response: attack. The scorpion leads with its left, but can't score a hit. The ant counters with sharp jabs from its jaws, like a stun gun. Each blow sends shock waves through the scorpion's body. It's hurting badly.
While the scorpion has weapons on both ends, so does the trapjaw. But what it really wants to avoid is that scorpion stinger. So its best strategy is going to be get in a quick first sting, back off, wait, and then once the venom kicks in, come back for a series of killer blows.
The strategy is working. The scorpion is down, but not out. The lone ant calls for reinforcements.
These ants, they're constantly in communication with each other through touch, body movement, the use of chemical signals.
The call to arms is fast and effective. Troops arrive in force.
This doesn't look good. Scorpion should get out of there as quick as possible.
The scorpion is totally outnumbered. Stingers plunge into its body, all over its limbs. Multiple stings send deadly venom coursing throughout the hapless scorpion's body cavity. Totally paralyzed, those once fearsome claws are useless. The marble scorpion is destined for a marble mausoleum.
A scorpion known for its venom is being taken down by an ant that isn't known for its sting, but is absolutely known for its jaws.
It's the ultimate indignity. A rainforest supremo is dragged from its rocky pedestal to be cut apart and fed to ant larvae.